Hello, everyone, and welcome back to GodSaw's Turnbuckle. And we are here once again for some more predictions. This time it is going to be for night 2 of WWE SummerSlam. We did do a prediction video for night 1, which that video should be up by this point in time. If not, that would probably be a little bit weird, but more than likely that will have already gone up. Feel free to watch that if you so wish as well. But also, again, for night 2, we have 6 matches on the card for this one. And again, it looks like on paper it can be a really good show yet again. I mentioned that before. I feel like any pay-per-view on paper from any company at this point in time does feel like it could be a pretty good show. It just depends on how it's executed to go along with it. But we are going to go ahead and start off this one, and we're going to start off with the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. It is going to be Becky Lynch going up against Lyra Valkeria. If Lyra Valkeria loses, she will no longer be able to actually be able to compete for the Women's Intercontinental title as long as Becky Lynch is champion. But it is also going to be a no disqualification, no count out match as well. So you are going to have a winner on this. And I do feel like this is going to be one where Becky Lynch is going to pick up the victory. I don't necessarily know what this means for Lyra Valkeria after the fact, other than the fact that I do feel like she is probably going to go in a more extended feud with Bayley afterwards, because I do feel like Bayley is going to end up helping Becky Lynch pick up the victory on this one. So I am picking Becky Lynch. And then she's going to cost Lyra Valkeria the match. Now, whether she teams up with Becky Lynch or if it's just kind of a convenience that she is, stopping Lyra Valkeria from winning, that's going to be left up to be determined. But again, I do see Becky Lynch picking up the victory on this one. And up next, it will be for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. It will be Dominick Mysterio going up against AJ Styles. This has actually been a fun feud. I am not going to lie on that one. This has actually been a fun feud. The whole aspect of Dominick Mysterio having a doctor's note saying that he wasn't cleared, but AJ Styles always lurking in the background because he's had this Intercontinental title shot for quite some time, but always lurking in the background, and basically it's like always looking for Dominic. This has been it's been a fun feud. Now, just based off everything that we had seen through Monday night with AJ Styles and Asuka and Kairi Sane picking up the victory over Dominick Mysterio and Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, and Dominic even eating the pin in that one, leads me to believe that Dominick Mysterio is going to pick up the victory on this one, whether it be by shenanigans or something else. So I am going to go with Dominick Mysterio for this match. And up next is going to be a 6-way match, which will be a TLC match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. It's going to be the Wyatt Six, Andrade and Rey Fenix, the Street Profits, going up against Fraxium, the Motor City Machine Guns, and DIY. Now, if you've seen the Triple Threat, if you saw the Triple Threat, WWE Tag Team title match that happened after WrestleMania on the SmackDown afterwards, you can probably anticipate that this one's going to be even more wild to go along with it. Like, it's to the point that I don't know if they have too many teams in this one, because you're going to have 12 guys out there trying to come up with different spots and everything that they're going to have to do. I don't know if it's going to be as good of match as that one that happened on SmackDown, but there is always that potential for it as well. Now, I do feel like there's maybe a couple of teams that could pick up the victory with this one. Like, you could always have the Street Profits pick up the victory and get those tag team titles back, but maybe they want to put it on a different team. Or more of an up and coming team such as Fraxium. But personally, I feel like it's going to be the Wyatt Six picking up the victory on this one, and that's going to mainly just be on the aspect that the Wyatt Six just picked up those tag team titles off of the Street Profits. So I don't feel like they're going to make that change that quickly. Now, it's not to say that they're going to have like a 6 to 8 month title reign with it, but I don't feel like they're going to make it like a 1 month title reign for the Wyatt Six. So I'm going to go with the Wyatt Six to pick up the victory on this one. And up next is going to be a steel cage match for the WWE United States Championship. It is going to be Solo Sikoa going up against Jacob Fatu. Now, what Solo Sikoa has been doing over the last like 6 to 8 months, ever since they took the whole tribal chief thing away from him, and of course put that back on Roman Reigns, I feel like Solo Sikoa has become really good, not just in the ring, but as a character in general. Now, and it was nice to see that, you know, they put that United States title on him. I do feel like this feud with Jacob Fatu is probably coming closer to the end than it is the beginning of it. I know Solo Sikoa did just pick up that title at Night of Champions, but I do feel like it's going to be one of those cases where, you know, Jacob Fatu lost the United States title to Solo to probably win it back at a later time, and I do feel like this is going to be that later time within the steel cage. Now, I don't know what type of spots we're going to get in this one. Typically, whenever the cage comes into play, something from the top of the cage usually ends out happening. So it'll be interesting to see what plays out in this particular match. But I'm going to go with Jacob Fatu to pick up the victory and get back that United States Championship. And up next is going to be for the Women's World Championship. It's going to be a triple threat match with Naomi versus Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Now, back at Evolution, this was a very nice swerve where most people felt like you know, Naomi was going to cash in that Money in the Bank contract to basically stop Jade Cargill from picking up that title, at least at that point in time. So a lot of people felt like she was going to cash in on the WWE Women's Championship, but she ends out cashing in on the Women's World Championship during that match with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, making it a triple threat. And again, we do have a triple threat here. This is going to be one of those situations where I feel like Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, they still kind of have that rivalry between the two of them, and you have this whole thing where Rhea Ripley cannot beat Io Sky. They've even played that off on TV again, where, you know, Rhea's like, I'm gonna pick up the victory on you this time, but Io's like, no, you're never gonna beat me. And it's going to be one of those things where I feel like the two of them cancel each other out, and Naomi is going to pick up the victory on this one. So my prediction is going to be Naomi. It's going to probably be one of those situations where the one or the other actually has the victory over the other person. And then Naomi's going to probably get in there and steal the victory to go along with it. Either way, I do feel like this is going to be a really good match, and I'm going to go with Naomi to pick up the victory for this one. And up next is going to be the main event of the night. It is going to be a street fight for the WWE Championship. It's going to be John Cena going up against Cody Rhodes. This is basically playing off of everything from WrestleMania, where Cody Rhodes is probably just a little bit different of a Cody Rhodes than what he was at WrestleMania. He seems to be a little bit more aggressive towards John Cena, and I do feel like this heel turn of John Cena as well is probably going to be coming to an end sooner rather than later. I feel like whether or not you know, the heel turn worked or anything in that sense, as for a different video and a different talking point, which I actually talked a little bit about that earlier in the year. And it was about how well they executed afterwards. I feel like we need to revisit that for another video down the line. But I do feel like that's coming to an end here very soon. I do see Cody Rhodes picking up the victory on this one and regaining the WWE Championship. Whether it's going to be a double turn or they just find a way to turn John Cena babyface for the rest of the year for the retirement tour is kind of up in the air what they decide to do. They could be throwing another curveball at us as well. Again, if the thing with Seth Rollins and his injury is less than what it is led to be, there's a curveball here where maybe Seth doesn't do something in the CM Punk Gunther match, and he does something here to go along with that. I don't necessarily think that's going to be the case, and I see Cody Rhodes picking up the victory for this one, because I can see Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins having another feud, especially after their 2023 feud, basically where Cody was had the upper hand the entire time. I do see something down the line, but I do feel like they're going to finish things off between Seth Rollins and CM Punk before they go back to a Seth Rollins Cody feud. So I don't see him getting involved in this one, and I do see Cody Rhodes picking up the victory and getting back that WWE Championship. And that is everything for night 2. Again, much like with night 1, feel free to leave your comments down below with your predictions. Subscribe to the video if you so wish as well. Also, leave a like if you did like the video. Leave a dislike if you disliked it as well. And with that being said, I hope you all take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great rest of your day.